On a quiet evening, a small restaurant was filled with soft chatter. Near the corner, a young woman sat alone, scrolling through her phone, waiting for her order. A young man walked in, looking a bit hesitant. He scanned the room for an empty seat. Most tables were taken. He politely approached her table and asked, "Excuse me, may I sit here?" For a split second, everything seemed normal. But then, something unexpected happened. The woman suddenly looked up, raised her voice loud enough for nearby tables to hear, and said, "What? You want to spend the night with me? Are you crazy?" Her words cut through the room like a knife. The restaurant went completely silent. People turned their heads. Forks stopped mid-air. Eyes fixed on the young man. An old man, whispers started. "Look at today's youth. No shame at all." The young man's face turned pale. He felt humiliated, confused, and trapped in everyone's judgment without even understanding what had just happened. He said nothing. Slowly, he stepped back and quietly moved to another table, trying to disappear into the silence. The room slowly returned to normal, but the embarrassment still lingered in the air. A few minutes passed. Then the same woman stood up and walked toward him, with a calm smile, as if nothing had happened. She leaned slightly and said softly, "I'm sorry, I'm a psychology student. I was just studying how people react when they are embarrassed in public." The young man looked at her for a moment, then smiled slightly. And then, in a loud voice, he said, "What, $20 for one night? That's quite expensive, madam." The restaurant froze again. Then, laughter erupted everywhere. People burst out laughing. The woman's smile disappeared instantly. Her confidence shattered in seconds. She stood there, speechless, realizing what it felt like to be on the other side. The young man leaned back slightly and said quietly, "I'm a law student, and I understand one thing very well. Words can destroy someone's dignity or defend it." The atmosphere changed completely. What started as a study of reactions had turned into a mirror. Because sometimes, when you play with someone's respect for curiosity or ego, life has a way of turning the situation back on you. And in that moment, everyone in the room learned something without a lecture. Humiliating someone for fun is never harmless, because one day you might feel the same silence, the same burning eyes, and the same weight of judgment.